I'm from Adelaide, Australia. From age probably 8 years old, I said to Mum and Dad I wanted to go to America and race BMX professionally. And when I turned 17, I saved up enough money to get a plane ticket over here. And I come across the finish line, they're like, "You're in the wrong race. Like, your race is in the start gate now." So I ran back up, got right back in the start gate, did another lap. And that was a way easier heat, and I got smoked, obviously, because I'd just done a lap. So that was my first pro race, yeah. The next one was the ABA Grands in Tulsa.
Willoughby looking for the win. Callum trying to find a way, but it's going to be Willoughby.
I won the race on the Friday night, which is called the Race of Champions. And then the World Championships that year were in Adelaide, actually, back in Australia.
Willoughby holding on, and here comes Willis from New Zealand. Oh, Willis slams out and takes everyone else out. Willoughby is the world champion.
That kind of snowballed things forward.
What does it take to get here? Years of training.
I kept a diary every day of just training, and I just had little goals every day, and I just tried to tick them off, and then before you knew it, it was 10 years later.
Look at that Willoughby, shot out of a cannon.
Comes down right now, red line colors. That's Willoughby powering his way onto the front.
First, Korean second. Willoughby's done it. Willoughby's done it. World champion.
Won some World Cups as an elite. Still, to this day, no one's won 2 junior elite world championships.
Sam and I met through BMX, the 2008 World Championships in China.
You can see the rhythm section, very technical aspect. Willoughby has got it dialed. Congratulations to Sam Willoughby, the world champion.
Got the first one good and pulled away from there and on to the next one now.
Came over to the US after that race, like a couple months later. My parents thought it was interesting. 17-year-old guy coming over to stay and hang in Minnesota for BMX racing.
My wife, Alise, she's a gymnast before she was a BMX racer, and she's probably the most bubbly, beautiful athlete that I've ever met, but yet the most down-to-earth, happy-go-lucky, positive person that I've ever been around. Yeah, I just adore her.
We kind of developed a lot of the same philosophy behind training, and I always looked at him as invincible on the track. He was awesome, and so it gives me that edge that I know I've got him behind me. And if you look at percentages, he is the most winningest rider ever.
The amount of races I won, the amount I raced, and the level that I maintained for the amount of time I did was pretty unheard of still.
He's a very successful rider and will forever go down as one of,
I was in Rio, won every race up until the final. I just made a small mistake on the first jump. It was pretty hard to swallow because that was the one thing in my career that I hadn't got yet. I opted to come right back to America and go full head of steam at the next race, and it was just a Saturday afternoon, and I was doing my normal warm-up on the track and was in the rhythm section, and I always would manual on my back wheel through the rhythm section. That was my way of warming up, and misjudged it, looped out, went upside down and come down, landed on my head and broke my neck.
I got a call from Tyler, a friend of ours, that runs the track and trained alongside Sam and I for a long time. And he said he's had a crash and he can't feel his legs.
Felt like my legs were like way off in the distance. And then all of a sudden, like my chest felt like it was like out here. And then everything just locked up.
He just kept getting worse, and he's going into surgery, and he's hit a spinal cord, and he's broken his neck.
Willoughby was flown to hospital where surgeons took the drastic step of replacing his C6 vertebra with a titanium cage before fusing Sam's C5 and C7 vertebrae with a plate and screws.
There was one doctor. He told my mum, your son is what he is. He's a C6 quadriplegic, and what you see is what you're going to get. And that's his life now. That guy couldn't have been more wrong. One of my good friends was a big donor to Road to Recovery, and we didn't know where to start. We didn't know where to get equipment from, and they can source out, whether it be funding or source out equipment like, a shower wheelchair. They just had all the tires and leads, and I couldn't imagine going through what I've been through without the support I've had. So we're just so thankful to be a part of it.
Made a bit of progress recently with my brother over here, and today was able to get the bike going by myself, so that was pretty exciting.
Get up! Coming into turn 3, go get up!
Buddy's on his
way.
He was doing his therapy and stuff, and it was going into our last race of the year. I asked Sam, hey, you want to help me out with some stuff, just to have him be able to put it into practice and get thinking about, the body and from a training side of things, I think helped him with his rehab too, because it just kept his mind ticking on things, how the body works, and trying to think of ways that, he could apply things as well to his own training. And he just really enjoyed being able to get the competitive side out still by coaching me and seeing me go to races and do things. He's been really good in that transition of, athlete to coach. It really feels like you're racing for more than just yourself, which is awesome.
I think it's absolutely possible that I can get to the point where I can, voluntarily step by myself, and that would be a huge win for me. But most importantly is just to have a good outlook in life and be thankful for the life I have with people around me and enjoy the things that I never took time to enjoy when I was racing. So I'm ready to enjoy those things, yeah.